It's been a long 2 weeks following the Olympics and social media week. And while I want to post a long textual post, I also just thought maybe a video would make more sense here to show some of this stuff, uh, especially with Geofeedia and Crimson Hexagon. Just wanted to show that the last uh, 2 weeks or so, I've tracked almost 15,000 users and 74,000 posts that happen in Sashi, that happen there, as opposed to the rest of social media. Because Geofeedia has a very unique ability to do this that none of the other platforms I work with have. And interestingly enough, the top user was a guy called Empty Loner, which if you look at his account, is really, uh, um, let me see if I can open up the account. Just open up his account here. Well, actually, it's just going to look at his account, but you can see this guy looks like he's local Russian, and you can kind of look at all of his posts here in the collage section, and they're all in Russian. So it's kind of interesting that the top people at this thing were very few. I found very few Americans, but it was hypnotically refreshing to look at other countries like Russia this way, and to get a view of life that's much different than what we see in the other social media tools. Just very, very interesting and hypnotic, and I have to say, in some ways, way more satisfying than what I'm getting from the rest. In this sense, I could probably go on for a while and just scroll and scroll and scroll, but I'll show you some of the highlights of some of the videos I've noticed lately. This one was when it plays. It's the end of the Olympics today. Let's see if I can stop it. And here's a lady that's obviously a well-known singer. Very cool. Now, one of the things I wanted to discuss here is that I'm teaching a course at FIT very soon on social media analytics and mobile analytics in the fashion industry. And it's interesting that trend forecasting is involved with going to places and seeing things, but actually reality is that targeted geophedia feeds to major metropolitan and parts of districts in Berlin and Shanghai would probably accelerate the process of trend forecasting. I've been thinking hard about trend forecasting and wondering how these tools could be applied. Looking at WGSN and some of the other forecasting services that I have access to through the FIT site have convinced me so far that trying to do it via text analytics probably wouldn't work, but using very targeted geophedia with human curation would work. It's doable. I see it. I can see it. I can help companies figure this out. Um, Naturally, there are a lot of fireworks. You can kind of see a lot of interesting things. Let me stop this. Here's another one that just happened 10 minutes ago. Not that I understand what they're saying or what they're you know. But it's so different than all the other stuff I get in social media that seems so amplification based that you can't really see what people are really saying because it's being covered. Whereas this you can. Like, look at this. I don't know exactly, is this lady in drag or not really sure what's going on here. You can see all aspects of life that wouldn't be able to see. Uh, these are local environments in Sashi. I'm not even sure this is necessarily the Olympics or just a local nearby village um, that just happened a half an hour ago. Or this scene going down the street in Sashi. Certainly can learn a lot more about what's actually happening in a place this way than you can reading the news. And it feels as if I was actually there. Just stop this. Between nice scenes of the ocean, I guess I'm kind of puzzled the various winter, summer, spring that's happening in the same. I've heard that this is a summer resort here, but I'm not really sure exactly what the distance. This is a nice one. Really can see the the area of the mountains that I don't know really get a good from TV or media or social media, but I get to see it in the eyes of the people who are actually there. Um, I'm looking for a circus event that actually happened um, last night or whatever it was, whenever it was here. Let's see, this looks like part of it. I think to get it to play, it looks like something to do with horses. Of course, you got the infamous Putin appearing over here. Let's see. I'm not going to put my click on it because it's going to just blow it up. But still haven't found that revealing. Oh, gee, what's that? Oh, okay. A lot of nightclub stuff. A lot of interesting scenes. And as you can see, as we could go on and on and on. And I think what you can also do here is like look at the various aspects of foods, the sponsorship appearances. A lot of things you probably have to go through the entire stream, 70,000 posts to really get categorized stuff. It seems so much richer. This seems so much better than social media that it, as I said, I posited that these things really need to be combined. We're at the stage now where textual analytics, um, the Radiant 6s and the brand watches are simply inadequate by themselves, capable of going to the next level. No matter how much they improve text search, they simply are going to become more and more irrelevant, I think, um, if they can't be at this level. Um, and this is actually where the greater learnings are, I think, from a cultural standpoint, from a human. This is where much more ultimately can be gained at this text analytics level, this human level that Geofeedia gets at, just by default, even though it has very sparse text analytics, it actually is much better than this respect. Here's a beer. It's just the kinds of things that would never come up any other platform that I've got access to. I'm very impressed with, and really feeling like in the last 2 weeks, I attended the Olympics. I didn't have to go there. Not that I would have wanted to go there with the orange water, but I didn't have to go there. I could see life. Look at that. This is so much better than I could have gotten. This is like a ringside seat magnified by hundreds of thousands with thousands of people. So much better. I'm so thrilled that people at Geofeedia have given me access to this, and I can talk about it in a way and advocate for a way maybe even they can't, but which I can, to tell how good this is. They stumbled on. Um, it's not done. It's not nearly what it could be in some ways, but it is an exception so much better in some ways than what's out there now that it almost posits a new evolution in search, something that everyone really needs to take a look at and realize why they don't have it, and ask themselves if they're not going in the wrong direction, trying to get better and better text analytics when their answer really is right in front of them. It's not about text analytics. It's about connecting with your audience where they actually are. Oh yeah, here's another horse, but I didn't find the acrobats. Hey! Okay. And finally, here's the map, the infamous map, which just keeps on, you know, getting uh, bigger and bigger. If I loaded in all of it, it would just be uh, just one humongous amount of stuff that one can't do. So I'm going to um, leave this video where it is and write a little bit more about the other stuff. But just realize that the future of search doesn't lie in text analytics. Text analytics is as good as it can get. The future of search lies in this. This is what people ought to be looking at, and forget about all the refinements of text analytics, which will not solve our problems. That's Marshall Sponder out for on a nice Sunday, where I'll get some museum going in, hopefully, in New York City. Cheers.